Good morning, students. The Wheatstone bridge, I told you in the previous class, this can be asked for 3 marks and also can be 5 marks. Along with the Kirchhoff's laws, if they mention 5 marks or only just balance condition Wheatstone bridge means for 3 marks can also be asked. Diagram compulsory you have to put on the second thing in the diagram, arrow marks of the current should be properly kept. And according to that only we are going to the equations. If the equations do not match in the diagram, they may cancel either the equations or diagrams. Okay, because what you are writing is from the diagram only. You may be getting 0 marks also, so you have to be careful with that. In this is the electrical network or arrangement or mesh, so containing the resistors. It is an electrical network used to find the value of unknown resistance. It is a use. What is the use of Wheatstone bridge? Is used to find the unknown resistance. Okay. And next is expression. This is what the question. The question they ask is this one. Here are the expression for the balanced condition of the Wheatstone bridge. Question for you will be asked. So question arrangement. How is that arrangement is done? Draw the diagram and you can simply say that refer to the diagram. As in figure, resistors are connected also enough. Sentences you can reduce and equation is compulsory. Equations you can also you get the marks without writing any sentences. Major sentences, small sentences you can mention, but you must mention the loops properly. 4 resistors PQRS. PQRS. In the previous class I gave you this as PQRS. It doesn't matter, result won't change. You will get the same. Instead of that you can take R1, R2, R3, R4 also you can take, or any other symbols you like X, Y, Z also you can take, doesn't matter. But according to that only we have read the equations. Here, resistors PQRS and galvanometer of resistance. This galvanometer is a device used to detect current is there or not and in what direction it is flowing also detect. If reflection is 0 means current is 0 through the galvanometer. And PQRS are the 4 resistors and galvanometer is going to the having the resistance G. So total how many resistors are there means 5 resistors are there. Are connected in the form of a bridge to the battery as in figure. Okay. Just refer to the figure. The many equations come from the figure. I is the total current that splits at junction A. Current coming from the battery is splitting into the junction A into 2 parts, I1 and I2. I1 is through P, I2 is through R. And I1 comes to this junction again split into 2 parts, I3 and IG. I3 is passing through Q, IG is passing through galvanometer. IG comes here current and I2 coming here, they combine here at the junction D. And I2 plus IG becomes equal to I4. I4 is combined here along with I3 to form the total current I is the total current through the battery. This dimension is not compulsory. You can simply go for the branch currents. Each branch how many are the currents? I1, I2, I3, I4, IG are currents through P, Q, R, S, G respectively. Respect to the sense automatically first one to first one, second to first. Here you have to be careful. Why? Because if you write P, Q, R, S if you have written, then I2 will be through Q. Okay, but I wrote this as R. When I write this here R here, then I2 will be through R. This is same order you have to check up the diagram and you have to put properly. Arrows kept reverse here, we are going to do in reverse also not correct. Steps you have to be careful. PQ, PR, QS, G respectively. So check up the diagram which current belong to which one respectively. At junction BG. And in case if you have the confusion of this point, you can simply skip it. Diagram, refer diagram, but directly get the equations. Next, at junction B comma G. At junction B comma, sorry, this is not G, this is D. At junctions B comma D. B and D, 2 junctions. Okay, please check up that. At junctions B comma D, from Kirchhoff's junction rule or Kirchhoff's first law, which is nothing but current law. But the sum of the currents entering the junction equal to sum of the currents leaving the junction. So at the B, currents entering are I1 and leaving are I3 and IG. So I1 is supposed to be equal to I3 plus IG. So I1 equal to I3 plus IG. Similarly at the junction D, at D, I2 is coming, IG is coming and combined to form I4. So I2 plus IG is supposed to be equal to I4. I2 plus IG equal to I4. This is equation 1. Next condition we say is, if the bridge is balanced, what do you mean by balanced condition? In the case of the balanced condition, potential at D and potential at B are equivalent. Whenever the potentials are same, current will not pass between the junctions. Between the junctions means here, IG becomes equal to 0. When IG is 0, when galvanometer shows 0 deflection, it has a needle showing the deflection left and right like this. So whenever 0 deflection shows means current is not passing. We say bridge is balanced. So here, if potential at B and D are equal, potential at B and D are equal, then VB equal to VD, that means VD equal to VD, then IG becomes equal to 0. Now we call the bridge is balanced. The Wheatstone bridge is balanced. When the balance condition taken Ig is 0 means equation 1 and equation 1. What happens is Ig is equal to 0 you take I1 becomes equal to I3, I2 becomes equal to I4. That means whatever I1 is coming, passing as I3, 2 amperes, this will be 2 amperes, this is 0. Next if this 4 amperes come here, this is 0, therefore 4 ampere go here. So I2 becomes I4, I1 becomes equal to I3. That condition is for the balance bridge. So you can simply remove this. Galvanometer you remove it, it's not there anymore. Because current is not positive resistance, this whether it is there or make no difference. Okay. It's just like open circuit you can think and just galvanometer you have to remove. Without this only you have done like this. This current goes here, current goes here. Condition Vb equal to Vb. Then for closed loop, apply the Kirchhoff's second law for the loop. ABDA. ABDA for this closed loop. And I mentioned this the arrow mark here. Arrow loop. Mention this is not compulsory. Sometimes if you return is mention this arrow indicating in what direction you are applying adding the voltage drops. So if I take the arrow like this, it means I am going like this, adding the potential drops. Similarly, arrow kept like this means loop. I am taking the loop like this in this order. So not compulsory. You can take in reverse. If you take reverse, what happens? Plus becomes minus, minus becomes a plus. Only that is reverse. Final result will not change. So if I take the loop ABDA closed loop, I will apply the Kirchhoff's loop theorem. Mention this is not compulsory. So you can write like this. Then add the voltage. What is the loop sign convention? In the direction of current, potential drop, voltage is decreasing. He is supposed to be taken as a negative. So voltage across this P, resistance P is I1P is I1R. IR is the voltage, V equal to IR. But if resistance I am taking simple as P. So voltage across this becomes from A to B if you are taking the direction of current minus I1P. Then B to D minus IGG, same direction of current. But D to A, it is the opposite direction of current you are taking. Therefore, you will get a plus I2R is equals to 0. So if you take the for the closed loop ABDA from Kirchhoff's loop rule, I minus I1P minus IGG plus I2R is equals to 0. If Ig equals 0, condition we are taking the balance condition. When balance condition taken Ig equals 0. If Ig equals 0, then minus I1P plus I2R equal to 0. And minus, you take it to the right side, it becomes plus. Then what you can write is I1P is equals to I2R, you get the relationship, one equation. And next for the loop, if you take this for ABDA loop. Next loop we take is BCDB. This loop here, BCDB. When you take this BCDB, ABDA, you can write all this one place only for closed loop ABDA and BCDB. And here only we can write and directly go for the equations. But here I write separately for the loop BCDB. Then you add the voltage minus. What you get here is minus I3Q plus I4 S above the current and plus IGG above the current equal to 0. If Ig equal to 0, this part will not be there. Then take it to the right side, minus becomes plus. What you get here is I3Q is equals to I4S. I3 equal to I4S. And divide these equations 3 with 4. Then you will get I1P by I3Q. Right side of the equation is I2R by I4S. You will get I2R by I4S. But first equation what modified what you got is equation 2. I1 equal to I3 under balance condition. Balance condition you have taken from equations 1 and 5. First equation, no, not 1 and 5. We take this equation from 2. This is taken as a 2. In the 2 already we have taken Ig equal to 0 condition. Balance condition we taken. From equations 2 and 5. In the 2 equation what we take is I1 equal to I3 and I2 equal to I4. So we can cancel this. We can cancel this. The result is P by Q equal to R by S. Or we can cross multiply. This goes here, Q comes here. So P by R. We can also write P by R. Don't write both equations in the examination. P by R equal to Q by S. This is also that only result. That means this is the called as a balance condition of the Redstone bridge. So in reverse, if you take what you have got this expression by imagining Ig equals to every step. In reverse, if you take this condition satisfied already, P by equal to R by S is satisfied in the arrangement of this Redstone bridge. Then automatically Ig must be equal to 0. That this is the condition for balance condition of Redstone bridge. If P by equal to R by S is equal, this equation is satisfied, then automatically galvanometer shows a 0 deflection. Then the bridge is balanced. In these 4 resistors, if any one resistance is not known, we can find it from this relation. If you know all the 3 resistors, P, Q, R, we know it. S you don't know. S you can find out from this relationship. Okay, this is how we can find the unknown resistance with the help of Redstone bridge. Next, I have to discuss extra points from this Western bridge. Extra points from this Western bridge for competitive exams. CET only. It's only for CET purposes. And can one kind will give the project theory examination, but I will give you this. Here, now loop is not required anymore. This. What happens if one foundation question they ask is for complex repeated answer? If the battery and galvanometer are interchanged, then what happens? If the battery and galvanometer are interchanged, okay. Then if the balance, if the already bridge balance, there is no effect, there is no difference. Because battery is connected with these two terminals. Galvanometer is here. So what you get is P by Q equal to R by S. Because the condition is P by Q equal to R by S. If the bridge is balanced condition, we derive it. In case if we exchange galvanometer and battery, already balanced condition we have taken. If the battery is kept here and the galvanometer is kept here, then what you get the result is P by R is equals to Q by S. But both are same only. That means if the battery and galvanometer are interchanged for the balanced bridge, condition is balanced, unbalanced now. Unbalanced is separate equation you have to take and then solve it. Condition if the balanced bridge, if its bridge is balanced and the battery and the galvanometer are exchanged, there is no change in the result. P by Q equal to R by S or R by P by R equal to Q by S remains C. For balanced Wheatstone bridge. Wheatstone bridge. If galvanometer, battery are interchanged, then there is no change in the result of balanced condition. So according to the diagram, P by Q equal to R by S or P by R equal to Q by S remains the same. This is not affected. So in the examination they cannot give PQRS number, they may change. If they change, according to Q. Next. When will the current pass from B to D or D to B? In case if it is not balanced. If not balanced, when will current pass from B to D is when VB is greater than VD, current passes from B to D. If the VD potential at the D is more than potential at B, current will pass in reverse. If VB equal to VD, IG is 0. So direction of current are required. When current always prefer the low resistance part. If this resistance is more, then current don't like going through this. Some current will go. Resistance is not infinity. Only infinity resistance is 0. If an infinity is not, some current goes, but less current goes. So remaining current will go from the other side. So two resistors here today. If the current is passing like this and like this going, that means some current is coming here. It is split into two parts. Some current is going here through this, but some extra current is passing through this galvanometer and passing like this. That means this S is less than Q. S is less than Q in this diagram. If S is less than Q, this extra current, some current is passing through this. What is some little extra, some extra little current is not passing through this. What is it preferring? Path less than that of the Q is preferring. That is passing through the galvanometer and S and coming like this. So this path resistance S and G is less than. So what another thing is, here current is coming here and coming splitting like this. But this current is not splitting because this current is already less. This current is more. So in that more current, some current is splitting and then coming here and joining this less current and going this. If this resistance is more than this resistance, then IG will be going upward directions and passes like this. Okay. So that is coming from this part. So if these two resistance less means that the extra current is coming from here and then splitting like this and going here. So these two conditions we have. So in the diagram, refer to the diagram in figure. If IG current to galvanometer is from B to D, from B to D, then VP is greater than VD, one condition. And resistance relations. PS, it is referring to S, S is less, not only S but even P combination. So PS, P into S is less than other resistance, QR, multiplication. P into S is less than QR, opposite conditions, sides here. Next is, if IG is from reverse, if it is going D to B, from D to B, I give a sketch of this. This is A, B, C, D. This is IG. Okay, this is P, Q, R, S. Only part of the diagram I am giving. P, Q, R, S, IG. Same symbols I am taking P, Q, R, S. If IG is from D to B, if IG is from D to B, so what indicates is VD is greater than VB. And the resistance relation, it is preferring this Q. That means RQ is less than PS. Reverse here. QR is less than PS. If potentials are same, VB equal to VD, then IG is 0. There is no possible. Bridge is balanced. Bridge is balanced. What if P by Q equal to R by S is not satisfied? Okay, problems are there. If P by Q equal to R by S, bridge is not balanced. Unbalanced bridges, you will be asked to find out the voltage, the currents you can have to find out, voltage you may have to find out. In such cases, you have to take the help of Kirchhoff's law. That Kirchhoff's first law, second loop, and then you have to apply the Kirchhoff's law to the outer loop also. Then you have to solve the problems. I have to discuss that in the next class of the bridge. And there are two methods. One more method is also there. You can convert this called as a delta. P, G, R, 3 are there. Okay. So if it is unbalanced, this is not easy. Little more steps you have to take. In that case, there are 3 methods are there. One is applying the Kirchhoff's laws. Second method is Cramer's rule, the determinant method. I will discuss in the next class only. Third method is converting this delta into y. Converting delta into y. That means like this one. Instead of this G is removed, and these 3 resistors are replaced another 3 resistors like this. And then similarly, this side also take the replacement, and the final result will be is like this only. General resistances and easy to solve the problems, but only for competitive exams. But I will tell you that point in the next class only. Another kind of example problem for this is, if the bridge is not balanced but you want to make it balanced. Okay, bridge is not balanced but you want to make it balanced. And this resistance S, PQRS is there, but S we have to modify. In that case, what you have to do is, if S is high, very high values. Okay, for example, this value I will take 4, this is 2. So P by R, this is 2, I will take this 8, 4, 2. Is the bridge balanced? This is 8 ohms. Okay, 2 ohms, 4 ohms, 2 ohms. Is the bridge balanced? P by Q is 8 by 4. 8 by 2. 8 by 2 is how much is? 4. This is 4 by 2 is 2, not balanced. Okay, I want to balance it. How much it is? 8 by 2 is 4. 4. Ratio should be 4. Here 4 by 2 is 2 only. So I have to increase this value or I have to decrease this value. Okay, if I decrease this value, what I can take is, I can add some extra parallel to this. X, if it is equals to 2 ohms. 2 parallel to 2, result is 1. 2 parallel to 2, series 2 is 2 plus 2. Okay, 2 parallel 2 is 1. Now what I get is 4 by 1. 4 by 1 is 4 ohm. So now if it is balanced, that problems will be asked. So P Kirchhoff's can be asked. Okay, PQRS, 4 resistors connected, they will give the values, and to balance the bridge, what resistors connected parallel place. Okay, so what you have to do, find out, you don't know this value. Then what you have to do is, P by Q equal to R by S into X by S plus X condition. Okay, if this resistance is high, we are reducing it. If it is low, we have to add in series. If it is say, how much is say 0.5 ohms is there. This is not balanced. Now I have to increase the resistance of this. Then if I add one more resistance here, 0.5 plus 0.5 is 1 ohms. 4 by 1. 8 by 2 4, 4 by 1 is 4. Now it is balanced. That means you have to check out whether you have to put the resistance, extra resistance X in parallel or in series. I will tell you further for parallel condition. Example problems we will discuss one more point I forgot in this one. For the bridge balance, what is the resistance between A and C? They will ask you. If the bridge is balanced, means resistor bridge is balanced, that means Ig is zero condition of the resistance between A and B you have to find out. Then G you have to know. The result becomes like this. Ig is not there anymore. So P, Q, R and S. I want the resistance between A and C. So these two are coming in series. Same current is passing like this. Same current is what series? Here same current is passing like this. This is also series. So these two are series, these are series. Series combination, what do you take resistance added? So P plus Q is here. Here it is R plus S. P plus Q coming parallel to R plus S. And what is the resistance we have? The relationship is for the parallel combination. If you have taken, this is a R1 and this is R2. The resultant is R1 R2 by R1 plus R2. Okay, that is the resultant resistance between A and C. Ig equal to 0, so top becomes equal to P plus Q. I am writing the equivalent diagram. This is P, Q, R, X. Ig is not there anymore. This A, B is not required. C. Then it is just like R1 equal to P plus Q, top added R2 equal to R plus S. So this is A, this point is C. Resistance between A comma C is R is equal to R1 R2 by R1 plus R2, which is R1 R2 P plus Q into R plus S. Tau importance by P plus Q plus R plus S is the point. Total resistance is the denominator. Example. Find problem 1, the value of S for balanced bridge. P is equals to 8 ohms, Q is equals to 2 ohms, R is equals to 2 ohms, S 0 is, that's your point. So for balance already condition is given. Balance condition means Ig equal to 0. G may be given, does not matter. But balance condition is given means Ig must be equal to 0. G is 5 ohms. This is Ig equal to 0. When current is not there, whatever the resistance given for the element, no. That is one to frame the question. They may give to confuse the students also. They may give extra data in the question. Don't think that every data will be used. Okay, G if they given also don't use it. When balance condition is there. If balance condition is not there, then we need to use. G is 4, 5 ohms not required because current is 0 to the element. So for balance condition, what we have is balance bridge. The ratio of resistances on the top and bottom equal, or left and right equal. 8 by 4 equal to 2 by S we can take, or 8 by 2 equal to 4 by S also we can take. P by Q equal to R by S. Yes, we have to find out. So S is equals to R into Q by P. R is 4 ohms, Q is 2 ohms, P is 8 ohms. The result is 1 ohm. So for the balance grid, S should be 1 ohms. Next example 2. For the bridge, find the equivalent resistance between points A, comma B. We are given the resistances like this. Each one is 10 ohms. This is also 10 ohms. This is also 10 ohms. This is also 10 ohms. And 10 ohms, 10 ohms, 10 ohms. Okay. This is A point, this is B point. And galvanometer, place of the galvanometer in mode and kept some resistance here. This is also 10 ohms, or I keep any resistance 5 ohms. What you have to check up is the bridge balance or not. First you check up. Balance or not, this is a P, this is a Q, this is R, and this is S. Okay, then this is not defined. So this part is just removed. Then what you get result after these two are added in series. 10, 10, series is 20. 10, 10, series is 20. 20 parallel 20 is half of that, 10. The resultant is resultant between A and comma B is RAB equal to 10 ohms. Easily remember this for the competitive exams. 10, 10, 10, 10. Result is 10 only. 5, 5, 5, 5. Result is 5 only. Whatever is the G, don't count. Balance bridge value. All same values. Result is also same. 2 ohms, 2 ohms, 2 ohms, 2 ohms. Result is 2 ohms. We will have to remember that relationship. If required, you can calculate this. This result is 10. Series with the 10. 10. Series with the 10. So this is equal to 20 parallel to 20. This A. This is 20 parallel to 20. This is R1. This is R2. Final result. R1 R2 by this is nothing but equal to RAB is R1 R2 by R1 plus R2. R1 by RAB equal to 1 by R1 plus 1 by R2. Result is this. So result is equals to this 20 into 20 by 20 plus 20. Result is 20 ohms. You can verify. Check the values.